The more hits we play, the more hits we get. URLradio.net. Stacey Sturm.
Kevin Keyes.
7 basic things you're not going to believe you're doing all wrong, Kevin.
Impossible.
You would think so, right?
I do everything,
Perfect.
well,
At least
half-assed, but it gets done.
Well, you think you've probably mastered some of the most simple things in life? Probably not. Like, here's one of them, bathing. As it turns out, showering or bathing daily, while socially acceptable, wreaks havoc on something hilariously called the horny layer.
What?
Hot water, soap, abrasive surfaces strip off your horny layer, exposing living cells to the elements. And although we use the words strip, exposing, and horny in the same sentence, we assure you that this is not a sexy situation. On the contrary, damaging this protective layer of skin makes us more susceptible to disease. For this reason, surgeons in many hospitals are not allowed to shower before they operate. The most important thing to do to keep the skin healthy is to preserve that horny layer. When you shower, use warm or cool water and a mild soap. And then rehydrate your horny layer by rubbing on some moisturizer afterwards. So you technically don't need to shower or bathe every day.
Wow. All right. Well, then I'm going to stop showering.
Right? Do it for the health of it.
Oh, boo.
Next thing, pooping.
I'm pooping wrong?
Yes. Chances are the facility nearest to you has a sitting toilet. A relatively recent invention that flushed its way into our hearts with the advent of indoor plumbing back in the 19th century. But going on this kind of a toilet is a big part of where hemorrhoids come from. It also causes diverticular disease, which can lead to a range of pleasantries up to and including colon obstruction. So how are you supposed to do it?
Standing up?
Close. A 2003 study observed 28 people pooping in 3 positions.
I don't want to be a part of that study.
On a high toilet, on your regular toilet, and squatting as if they were catchers in a baseball game.
Okay.
Researchers found that pooping took about a minute less when squatting, and participants rated the experience as easier, more comfortable, better.
I can't squat, though.
That takes some leg muscles, right?
That's right.
Maybe that's why. Maybe if
What
we
are you
all
trying
did,
to say, Stace?
Maybe if we did that, we'd build our leg muscles and our colons at the same time. Kev, that's a win-win situation.
That's true. I would say that it's probably easier for you to squat than it is for me to squat, just as far as gravity purposes go.
Are you saying that you're like, I'd be too low to the ground, dragging my equipment?
No.
Because
I
you know
wish
what?
I could say that.
You wish you could say anything right now,
I'm
don't
glad I didn't say the next line I was going to say. Anyway,
you? Yeah.
I would say it's because of your stature and my stature. It's easier. It's quicker for you to squat than it would be for me to squat.
Well, I'm going to try it this week and let you know. I am pulling out my toilets and just going in a hole.
Just poop in your backyard. Neighbor comes out. What was that? Me, Myself, and Irene, where Jim Carrey's just reading the paper squat, and that's going to be me this week.
Just giving it a try, giving it all she's got, man.
Morning.
Glad I don't live by you. Breathing. You're doing it wrong.
I know.
When upright, most people are habitual chest breathers. Very shallow. We use a shallow form of respiration that makes use of only the top part of our lungs. In reality, most of the blood vessels that take up oxygen are in your bottom, neglected half of your lungs. Not like... Since so much lung power is going to waste, we get less oxygen. And as a result, we're all breathing more rapidly than nature intended us to. To inflate your stomach as you breathe in while keeping your chest relatively still. So you're supposed to breathe from your stomach almost that low. And then contract your abdominal muscles on the exhale.
Yeah, it just sounds creepy, though.
It feels good, though, doesn't it? Everybody breathe correctly. It feels good.
It does.
Yeah.
Thanks, Stace.
Hey, you're welcome. You're sleeping wrong, too. Did you know that? You're sleeping wrong. The idea that an uninterrupted 8 hours is the only sleep pattern natural to mankind is surprisingly recent.
I disagree.
Before someone who wasn't Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, people in areas with more than 8 hours of darkness slept in segments. They slept 3 to 5 hours. They woke up did stuff for about an hour, and then slept for another 3 hours. Woke up, did stuff for an hour. This would probably make it hard to go to work, but the hour or so of awake time was used for quiet reflection, sex, smoking, pretty much anything except staring at a wall terrified of insomnia. If you stay calm and allow yourself to fall back to sleep naturally rather than lying there wondering why you're awake, you probably won't see any negative side effects the next day. You usually freak out. Like if you wake up in the middle of the night, you're like, oh my God, I'm never going to get back to sleep again.
And then you go back to sleep.
Yeah, you just have to relax. Just relax. And we're also sitting wrong.
What are you talking about?
Is he slouched over, half sleeping on the console? Now, we mentioned before that long periods of sitting increases your risk of diabetes, heart disease, even cancer. No matter how much you work out when you're not sitting. We also mentioned that for some bizarre reasons, sitting down for long periods of time means you're going to die earlier. We mention this because it's all because of chairs. That's the downfall. As recent as the 19th century, the default mode for the average person was a backless stool or a bench, or kneeling. And our bodies are not designed for a right-angled back support presented by the average chair. When we're standing up or even sitting on something backless, our abdominal muscles are active, helping our spines support our weight. So when you're sitting on a chair, these muscles relax, and suddenly your spine alone has to take up all your weight. It's like a twig holding up a bowling ball.
Right
you can't do it. So we're
That's
sitting wrong.
like my body and my head.
Exactly.
I say from now on,
Yeah.
get some exercise balls in here.
I'm
we'll
going
do the
to.
show on exercise balls.
I think we should. I think we totally should.
Okay, I'm in.
Like this station isn't wacky enough already with trampolines and vodka upstairs. Let's add some bouncing balls as chairs from now on.
Yep.
They do upstairs, actually. KFYR TV has exercise balls for chairs.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Let's go steal them.
It's early. I don't think there's anybody up there now.
This is the last place they'll look.
Yeah, right through the window. As everybody waves as they go by. Yep, so there you go. 7 things that you think you're probably...
Was that all 7?
I don't know. 3, 4... No, there's actually only 5 on here. 5 things. Math is number 6.
Math and reading.
I'm wondering where the other 2 went.
Damn, listen, I didn't mean to call you out there.
That's fine.
It just seemed like
fine.
Quick 7 things.
Math was number 6.
Yep, math was number 6, and I believe crocheting was the 7th.
We're all crocheting wrong. We knit 1 purl too. That's not how it's supposed to go at all.
We've been doing it wrong for decades.
So there you go. That would be 6 and 7. Right
Don't
there.
tell anybody 6
Researching.
or 7.
That is number 7. That's number 7. Not crocheting, researching.
And that's the kind of top-notch quality programming.
That you get here at URL Radio, people.
Send your thank you cards to us.
Coming up, 4 things that you should know. I only
Were we
have
sure?
2 on them. No, for sure. Here's what we do have coming up. What your favorite sport says about you.
Okay.
Also, we're going to talk about Cinco de Mondo, the 5-pounder challenge.
Yummy.
It's disgusting, but so good. Mm-hmm. So we'll talk about that coming up here.
Okay.
Also, get your requests in. If there's something you want to hear, you can email me, Stacy at urlradio.net. That's STACY at urlradio.net.